Hi, my name is Max Hanna, and welcome to this masterclass on immersion to conversion, where I'm going to be talking you through how you can move away from events to creating experiences and using cutting edge technologies such as projection mapping, virtual reality, augmented reality, robotics to really stand out at your events, to capture more leads and increase brand recall. So let's jump into it. So a forgettable event is expensive. You can be spending 20 to 100K plus a year and feel like you're just blending in with the crowd. You're looking like everyone else. You're not capturing enough leads and you're getting pressured about where is the ROI of your events. And that's where immersive techniques can really come into play to make sure you're driving a stronger ROI and putting the competition to shame so that when your competitors are doing events, they look boring, old and stale in comparison to what you are putting on. And the brands that win do something differently. They don't just show up, they show off. They create environments, not just setups. They use technology to engage, not just display. They capture attention and data simultaneously, and they build experiences people talk about for months. We're making the shift from creating events to creating experiences, and that's what this is all about. So in terms of some practical examples, here are some brands that we've worked with and taking on this journey to immersion. So on the left is a company called Sage. So Sage are the UK's largest technology provider, and we've created immersive rooms using projection mapping where we create these really powerful environments, presentations, journeys that just are leaps and bounds ahead of traditional presentations. Their competitors are showing up doing boring PowerPoint slides, taking them through facts and figures, where we're creating real living immersive rooms through the power of projection mapping. We've also done stuff with immersive tunnels, so people are creating immersive tunnels as entrances to their events, so they really wow audiences when they walk through, taking selfies, taking photos, getting those social shares. We've worked with brands such as London Stock Exchange, where we've created virtual reality experiences at their booths. We've created a data universe that we've brought to life through virtual reality, and people are leaving their contact details, so first name, last name, phone number to use this experience, and we are landing key messages in ways that just aren't possible through boring presentations. And then we worked with top legal firms such as Simmons and Simmons, who've created immersive office spaces where they've put up presentations, videos where they can walk through, interact with stuff. We even created an AI avatar that we put into that space. So these are some real life examples of how brands are actually deploying immersive techniques and just going further than their competition. So this is a framework that we use that you might find helpful. So it's a 4D immersive engagement framework. So the first D is disrupt. So if we're at a conference, we want to disrupt people. We want them to stop and stare at our booth, to walk over, to talk to us, to try things out. And if we're creating our own events like these projection tunnels, we want to disrupt people's thinking patterns of what an event is. Usually they're used to just going, having a coffee, sitting at a chair and watching a boring PowerPoint presentation. We want to disrupt that whole concept of what an event is so that it's memorable. And we want to demonstrate and show our product and service in an immersive, hands-on way. We don't want to, often when we're in B2B, we're creating, can be quite at times dull services, and we want to demonstrate it in a way that isn't dull, that isn't boring, that's immersive. And then deepen, and we want to create meaningful interactions that build emotional connection, which we can do through immersive tech, and also convert and drive. We want to convert engagement to leads, meetings, and measurable pipeline. So there are 4 Ds you can deploy when you're thinking about your immersive events. And it delivers commercial advantage. We get longer dwell time at the events. We want to measure, once we deploy some of this tech, are we getting a longer dwell time? If we're doing like an immersive room, are we getting more signups? Because obviously people want to come and try out this and see these rooms. There's a big move in B2C in the consumer world where immersive events are now popping up all over the world. They're getting huge, selling a lot of tickets, and we can lean on this setup as well to get more signups. We should be getting more leads, so people leaving their contact details to try out this tech. We should have greater brand recall. So in 30 days, people remember who we are, the key messages. When SDRs are calling them up, you're actually being remembered. And then you should have a high conversion from leads to meetings. So people actually wanting to take a meeting with you because now they see your brand as something unique, doing something different, and you've been able to differentiate yourself at these events. So here's some of the key technology you need to think about. So XR, so this is virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. These are really good for exhibitions or trade booths because they're portable, they're light, you can carry them around anywhere. We did one recently with a cybersecurity company where we actually put people inside a cyber attack. So they're inside an office, they come under an attack, and they go through the drama of what that's actually like. And it was a really good tool to get people to think about what the worst case scenario is and to think about ways they can protect themselves. So this is some really cool tech where you can simulate environments. It could be stuff to do with training, real world simulations, could even be games. We've done a lot around B2B gaming. We've created really fun and interactive games through this tech. Projection mapping, so creating immersive rooms through projection mapping or tunnels. When you're doing this, it might not be the best solution for a trade show event where you've got like a small exhibition booth. But if you're able to actually do stuff at your office or rent a space, you can set up curtains, put up projectors, and create really cool immersive environments. Or if you have a kind of a tunnel leading to your event or a space where you can do projection mapping, that's a really cool idea as well. Done a lot of really exciting stuff around projection mapping. And then in terms of other advanced technology, advanced interactive technology, you've got things like holograms. So holograms could be really cool. You can set them up at your event. You can either make them AI, so you can have like actual AI avatars in these holograms. You could do really cool data visualization. Robotics, so you can actually rent robots to be at your booths. Again, you could integrate that with AI so people can have conversations with these robots. You could do tasks, really cool immersive tech there. Brain control interfaces, so there's now neurobands you can put around your head, which can control read your brain waves. So we've done activations where, for example, there's like a safe and you have to look at the safe, and if you relax your brain thoughts or heighten your brain and relax your mind, you can either open the safe or it stays closed. So that's a really cool way of looking at that. And yeah, there are some other tech that you can think about with your activations. So in terms of doing the right strategy, what tech should I be thinking about? So if you've got a complex product and you've got a small space, you can look at XR, that's virtual reality, augmented reality, or mixed reality. If you need maximum visibility and crowd pulling, creating these immersive rooms with projection mapping, really good. You need obviously a bigger space for that, but they are amazing installations. And then if you don't need a futuristic wow factor, you can look at holograms or brain reading technology. If you need that 24/7 engagement, data capture, AI avatars could be good. And all of this above creates an integrated immersive strategy. And in terms of typical ranges, it's probably not as expensive as you would think. So you can start off with just 20 to 35K, where you can start to play around with this tech. Full activations can be around 35 to 60K, where you're creating multi-touch immersive activations with multiple bits of the technology I've shown today. And then you obviously 60K plus for really large top tier enterprise experiences. In terms of some common concerns, so often we talk to people and they might think the audience isn't tech savvy enough, but actually a lot of this tech you can just pick up and use. You've tried it at events, it didn't work, and that's been the difference between just adding tech and designing an immersive strategy. You really have to get the creative right, the storytelling, activate different stuff at the right time. And that's how you can really make it work. And also make sure it's tied to lead generation. So you're actually capturing contact details at the events or the booths. You're measuring dwell time. You're measuring brand recall. And when you're passing the leads over to your sales team to follow up with, you're getting more conversion at the end of it as well. And if you don't have the budget, it's obviously not for everyone. If you have a really tight budget, you're spending like minimal amounts, then this may not be right for you. But if you are spending 20 to 100K a year, you really can't afford not to have this sort of tech, because otherwise you just look exactly the same as everyone else and you get frustrated because you're just not getting the leads. And yeah, like I said, if this is for you, if you're spending 20K plus a year, you need more qualified leads, you need your brand to be remembered, and you're ready to do something your competitors aren't. And leading brands are working with us because we can do the concept and strategy. We can design and build the experiences as well. Enterprise grade delivery, working with some amazing brands, as I showed you there earlier on, and actually tying it to ROI. So capturing leads, measuring brand recall, dwell time, adding that all into the activations. So if you feel like an immersive event could be right for you, feel free to reach out to us. You can book a call on this landing page here, and I'd be happy to take you through our methodology in a bit more depth, think through the next events that you've got coming up and what technology could be right for you. And if you are planning a major event in the next 3 to 6 months, then we should be talking now, because it does take time to do this. And so feel free to reach out to us and we'll be happy to help you on your journey to creating fully immersive events. I hope you found this presentation useful. There's some practical stuff you can take away, And good luck, and I look forward to seeing all your events. Thanks a lot, and speak to you soon.